I want you to picture something for a moment. It's early morning. The light is just coming through the window. You walk into your kitchen in bare feet. You are warm. You make a coffee. And just for a second, everything feels calm. You feel safe. Not just physically, emotionally, psychologically. You feel like you can just be. That sense of safety, of belonging. There are places where life feels possible. That feeling, that is what I mean when we talk about great places. And here is the thing. That feeling isn't a luxury. It's not something nice to have. It's a foundation. It's a starting point for everything that follows. Because when we talk about home, we often reduce it to bricks and mortar, a roof, a door, an address. But home is so much more than that. It's the room you sit in, the people around you, or not around you, the street outside, the path you walk up every single day. It's the place where you feel safe, where you feel you belong, where you can close the door or open it when you choose. And here's something we can easily forget. Most people go to work in places designed for them, but we don't. When we come to work, we walk into someone's home. And when we step into someone's home, we don't just step into a place. We step into possibility. That makes what we do quite unique. And that's why this strategy matters. Great places quietly shape lives. They shape confidence. They shape independence. They shape whether lives feel fragile or full of possibility. Because care and support don't happen in abstract spaces. They happen in living rooms, in kitchens, in bedrooms, in shared spaces. They happen in the places where people wake up tired, where they rest, where they withdraw from the world, or slowly, bravely begin to invite it back in. When a place feels safe, something profound happens. People begin to rest, and when people rest, really deeply rest, confidence starts to return. Slowly, quietly, but genuinely, and from that place, independence becomes possible. None of that happens by accident. Behind every safe, warm, well-run home, there are people making it work. People planning, people organising, people solving problems before they're even visible. From repairs and finance to digital, recruitment, governance and quality. These are the functions that hold everything together. Often unseen, but absolutely essential, because when those foundations are strong, frontline colleagues can focus on what matters most. The person, the moment, the relationship. That's how great places really happen. So when we talk about great places, we don't mean grand architecture or shiny new developments. We mean something far more important. Homes that support independence, spaces that help people stay connected, a place of sanctuary and rest, places that are fit for the future, for people, for communities, and for the planet. And if that sounds simple, it isn't. Because creating places where life feels possible doesn't happen by accident. It takes intention, it takes design, it's quiet work done well every day. And it takes commitment. And we are serious about making that real. By 2031, at least 75% of our homes will be suitable for independent living. Because people should live with control, dignity and confidence, not just be housed. By 2029, at least 90% of our clients and tenants will be digitally connected. Because connection isn't optional anymore. It's how people access services, relationships and opportunity. And by 2031, we will reduce our carbon footprint by at least 30%. Because a great place doesn't just work for today, it protects tomorrow. These aren't abstract targets. They are commitments. A commitment to helping people live more independently, a commitment to tackling isolation, a commitment to creating places that give back more than they take. That's what great places look like. And that's how we'll know we are getting it right. But targets don't alone create great places. The way we choose to deliver them does. Let's be honest, we could settle for good enough. Many organisations do. But that's not who we are. Investing in great places is a values-led decision. We will not compromise on quality. We will only grow if we believe we can do it well. We would rather do less brilliantly than more badly. Because growth isn't about size, it's about impact. And success isn't measured in numbers alone. It's measured in people moving forward, achieving their goals, moving within services, and sometimes moving on beyond us. That's not loss. That's success. And more importantly, that's what great places unlock, because one of the most important ideas in this strategy is simple. Housing should be a pathway, not a stopping point. For too many people, systems create stalls, places where progress pauses, where life feels stuck. Great places change that. They flex, they adapt, they grow as people grow, because independence isn't a single moment. It's a process. And when people can see a pathway ahead, when change feels like something you move through, not something that happens to you, anxiety reduces. And people don't just cope, they thrive. And when people begin to move forward like that, they don't just grow in confidence, they begin to reconnect with the world around them. Every home sits in a community, but community doesn't look the same for everyone. For some, it's busy streets and familiar places. For others, it's quieter spaces. What matters isn't deciding what community should look like. It's helping people connect with the communities they choose. Because when someone feels part of where they live, something shifts. They're no longer just housed, they belong. And that's why good enough will never be enough for us. So, here's the real shift this strategy is asking for. An invitation. To stop talking about properties and start talking about homes. To remember, we don't just go to work. We step into someone's life. And this matters because great places turn houses into homes. They turn buildings into belonging. They turn support into independence. They don't just hold people, they set people free. Thank you.